Can a single spark change the world? Imagine a lone flame on a wind-swept plain. Around it, strangers gather, sharing warmth, food, and stories. This is where our journey begins. Fire, language, and trust transformed scattered families into migrating storytellers who peopled every continent on Earth. Where rivers nourished the soil, seeds took root. Along the Tigris, the Euphrates, and the Nile, villages swelled into the world's first cities. The key was surplus grain, and with surplus came control, officials, ledgers, and laws. Writing was not born from poetry, but from accounting. Faith built monuments to the heavens, while taxes and laws extended a ruler's power far beyond the city walls. Through conquest and alliance, these hubs of power linked together, creating the first world systems. Empires rose, testing the very limits of human cooperation. Persian roads carried messages at astonishing speed. Greek philosophers debated the meaning of citizenship. Roman law provided a common code for millions. But these vast systems raised a profound question. What holds us together when empires crumble? In a remarkable era known as the Axial Age, new ideas blossomed across the world. Thinkers from Greece to China to India offered new paths to meaning, ethics, and purpose, frameworks for living that would outlast any emperor. Meanwhile, across the Americas, great civilizations rose on their own terms, mapping the cosmos in stone without the wheel or draft animals. And soon, the world's pathways began to connect. Merchants followed monsoon winds and desert trails, carrying not just silk and spices, but ideas, technologies, and beliefs. The compass and stronger iron made the world feel smaller. But this new connectivity had a dark side. When the Mongol Empire unified Asia, it created a highway for trade and for disease. In the mid-14th century, the Black Death swept across these routes, a devastating reminder that a connected world shares its vulnerabilities as well as its strengths. Then, a new age dawned on the high seas. A humble potato, taken from the Andes, would one day feed Europe. The Great Columbian Exchange had begun, a vast reshuffling of life between continents. But this exchange was not equal. It fueled a brutal Atlantic slave trade that built immense fortunes, while new diseases decimated populations in the Americas. This explosion of wealth and knowledge sparked new ways of thinking. The scientific revolution and the Enlightenment challenged the divine right of kings, igniting uprisings from Philadelphia to Paris to Haiti. People began to ask a new question. What is a nation, if not a story we agree to live and die for? Crowns fell. Republics were born. Next came the roar of industry. Steam and steel accelerated life beyond imagination. New ideas, liberalism, socialism, nationalism, carved up the globe, creating new empires and new conflicts. The 20th century brought global wars on an unprecedented scale, the horror of genocide, and the terrifying shadow of the atomic bomb. In its wake, a new world struggled to be born, shaped by decolonization, the fight for civil rights, and the dream of global cooperation. Today, we live in the latest chapter of this story. A digital revolution connects us instantly, while our climate warms and pandemics test our resolve. Our debates over artificial intelligence and genetic engineering are just the newest versions of ancient struggles over power and meaning. This history matters. It is the invisible architecture of our lives. Understanding that long arc is the first step towards shaping a better future.